Right, guys, and we are back with another episode of It's That Easy. This is the Sunday edition. Major League Baseball going on. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I know we're getting ready to go to work on Monday, but you know what? It's going to be okay. Let's run across these Sunday games, how they did. Then we'll talk about what we have to look forward to during the week. And also, if you get a chance, check out my It's That Easy like Sunday morning. We're sitting and talking with my brother for a little bit, and we actually talk about Star Wars because tomorrow's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. We talk about Cowboys because we were lifelong Cowboy fans. And, we talk about gambling. Ooh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool too. So check it out if you get a chance. And if you're watching, please like the video. And if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe. So let's jump in today. Today was a tough, tough day. We went 3-4. Rangers, what can you say? 7-1. Seriously? 7-1. We cannot score runs to save our life. So you'll see on Monday. Thank goodness they're not playing on Monday because I got other games going on. We'll probably skip them for another series or so because those guys are wearing me out. Blue Jays and Twins, man, why did I think the Blue Jays could finish it off? It was actually 4-3, close game. Took the L there. That's two. Reds, of course, the Pirates figure out a way to win again. This time, instead of 17-7, it was 1-0. So they lost. They got swept by the Pirates. That was a crazy series there. But you know what? Good for the Pirates because they had come off a really bad series of about 5 or 6 losses in a row. So there you go. Maybe what's a good remedy for losses? Play the Reds. Nationals and Brewers. Brewers lost. Close game, 3-2, but they couldn't take care of business. So they Nationals avoid the sweep there. Diamondbacks and Cubs. I said it before, I'll say it again. The Cubbies are taking care of me. They won again, 8-4 today. So very impressive win, sweeping Arizona. Let's see. Same thing with the Braves. Braves and Rockies. Braves took care of business, swept the Rockies in Colorado, which is, well, I mean, it's probably not tough to do, but that's pretty good there. They scored a ton of runs there, and they scored 17 total, 11-6. So that's pretty good there. Now we know what to look forward to. Mets and Angels. Yeah, who cares? But the Mets won. Good for them. That was actually my saving grace to get me just under 500 there. So, but let's look into tomorrow's game or next week's games. So here are the games we're going to look for. Most of these are Monday through Wednesday games. I think one of them, one or two of them, is actually a Monday through Thursday game. So we'll get those 4 games there. But let's start with Boston and Detroit. Look at that. Detroit is a huge favorite after coming off whipping the Rangers. Okay, now, yeah, you've won 2 in a row, but you beat the Rangers. Come on now. But okay, maybe the Red Sox are that bad. They did lose. Let's look here. So Red Sox are pitching total 3.30 ERA in 2 starts. So this will be his third start here. Last one, 4 innings pitched, 3 runs given up. The one before that, 6 innings pitched, 1 run. So, but they were both losses because the bullpen couldn't hold. The Red Sox have actually lost both of his starts. Very low run support, 0 runs and 2 runs in his 2 games. So that's not, I mean, you got to pitch shutout innings, you and your bullpen. The Red Sox have now lost 2 in a row to the Astros, and they've lost 4 of the last 5 games. Tigers, oh, I realize that now. They're pitching Scooble. That's why 232 favorite, 2.70 ERA in 5 games, 7 innings pitched, 2 runs in his last game, 6 innings pitched, 4 runs, um, in a win and a loss. They've actually won 3 of his 4 games. Sorry, 3 of the last 4 games that he's pitched, but they did lose the last game he pitched. But the Tigers have won 2 of 3. Like I said, it was against the Rangers, so take that with a grain of salt there. But we're going to have better starting pitching. Maybe the bullpens kind of beat each other up, but they'll probably get a lead going into when they give up, when Scooble gives up the ball. So we're going Detroit to win tomorrow. I know it seems like a duh. 7 innings, 7 innings is the over under. It's possible they go the under because the Red Sox are not even scoring. They're not even scoring against regular pitching, much less a top pitcher like Skubal. So I would probably go the under. Let's do that. 7 under. Reds and the Cubs. The Reds are pitching Petty. He's in the minors right now, or was. He's going to be back up tomorrow. So this is his first major league start this season. I think he has a few innings pitched prior, but the Reds have also lost three in a row. They got swept by Pittsburgh, as we saw that so sadly there. The Cubs are pitching Cabrera, 3.06 ERA in 5 starts. His last two are 5 innings pitched, 3 runs, 7 innings pitched, 5 runs. So he's given up hits, he's given up runs, but the Cubs have won three in a row. They did sweep their series. Uh, he's a little more consistent of a pitcher. We don't know what we're getting with Petty. It's probably similar to like a bullpen game where they're like, okay, give us what you got. If it's 2 innings, we'll bring in another guy. They'll probably pitch 5 or 6 pitchers tomorrow, unless one can get on a roll. The Cubs have won 5 in a row, and they did sweep Arizona. So, for that reason, look at that. Another huge favorite are the Cubs, 199. Scary sometimes, but I get it. Brewers and Cardinals. Like I said the other day, the rematch of the 1982 World Series, where the St. Louis Cardinals, led by Ozzie Smith, beat the Paul Molitor led Milwaukee Brewers. So I remember that series. I was cool for the Cardinals to win, and that was actually the only win they had. They went to 3 World Series in the 80s. That's the only one they won. They lost again in 85 to the Royals, and they lost in 87 to the Twins. So just a little history lesson for you. Brewers are pitching Sprout, 6.75 ERA in 5 games. Last game, 4 innings pitched, 4 runs in a loss. 5 innings pitched, 3 runs given up in another loss. So the Brewers have lost his last 2 starts. They've lost 4 of his 5 starts. Not too good. In their losses, they've only scored 2 runs, 4 runs, 1 run, and 2 runs for his run support. So I mean, not just his, but the entire game. That's horrible, right? So it's a tough way to go. But they have won 3 of the last 4 games, even though they lost today. Um, so we'll see how that goes. Now the Cards are pitching Leahy, 5.52 ERA, 5 starts, 5 innings pitched, 3 runs in a win in his last start, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs in a loss in the previous start. The Cards have won 2 of his last 3 games, and they did win the last one. Good for them. And they scored, this is run support right here, 11 runs and 9 runs. That's run support right there. And the Cardinals actually have won 4 of the last 5, and they took 2 of 3 from the Dodgers in this last series. So, are they a slight dog? I guess they're a slight dog, but we're going to go Cardinals to keep up that 1982 World Series championship they won against the Brewers. I wonder if the Brewer fans hold it against them. I would if I was them. So, Braves traveling to Seattle. So the Braves are pitching Richie, 2.92 ERA in only 2 starts. So this will be his third start here. 5 innings pitched, 3 runs given up in his last start. The one before that, 7 innings pitched. That's a good one. 2 runs given up. That's not bad. Both in wins, though. The Braves have won both of his starts, and they've given him good run support. When I say that, I'm thinking like 3, 4 runs a game, right? That's good run support. Um, and the Braves have won 3 in a row, right? They swept their last series, and they've won 4 of their last 5. So they're on a roll. That's pretty good. Mariners pitching Gilbert, 4.03 ERA in 5 starts. His last one, 5 innings pitched, 1 run in a win, and then 4 innings pitched, 3 runs in a win as well. So that's a good series there. Sounds like a good one. The Mariners have won 3 of his last 4 starts. And they've given up in those games that they've won, they've given up 1 run, 4 runs, and 1 run. So they're holding teams down. But they did lose 3 in a row to the Kansas City Royals. Hmm. That's almost like losing to the Texas Rangers. Haha, that's a joke there. It makes me feel better. So, but you know what? And so Seattle is a 171 or a favorite, like minus 171. But I don't know. There's a little bit to be said for momentum. We did talk about this last time. The first game of a series, right? It's different, right? Because now you're coming off another series. Here's a chance for Seattle to kind of start over with a new series, but I think they're going to be facing some really good hitting in the Braves. So if they're not scoring a ton of runs, which they're not, it could get rough for them. So let's see. We got the Braves there. Padres going to San Francisco, up the coast there. Bueller 5.40 ERA in 5 starts. His last two, 4 innings pitched, 2 runs, but they lost. 2 innings pitched, 8 hits given up in that one, 4 runs in another loss. That's not too good. So they've lost his last 2 starts, but they won the previous three. So he's just going through a tight, a tough time here. So, and they're averaging about 3 runs of support in his games pitched. I don't know if that's good or bad. The Padres have lost 4 or 5 of their last 5, but they did win the last game, which was today against the Chicago White Sox. Giants are pitching McDonald. This is his first start too. It said prior he's in the minors. So, but the Giants have lost 6 in a row. They got swept by the Phillies. That's not good at all. And they got swept by Tampa Bay in this last series. So, um, you know what? To me, I'm saying you got to show me something. So let's see. Do they bounce back? Can they hit Bueller? We're going to see that. But I'm going San Diego. They're pretty decent favorite there. Mets and the Rockies. I told you, like I did the Mets and the Angels. That was not a good series. But the Mets still have undecided by their guy pitching. So, hmm, that could be a loss right there for them. Now the Mets have won 2 of the last 3 against the Angels, and so we'll see if that's momentum for them. If that's hey the Angels are bad, which I think it's the Angels are bad. The Rockies are pitching Sugano, 2.84 ERA in 5 starts. That's pretty good actually. Last one is 5 innings pitched, no runs given up in a win. 5 innings pitched, 1 run in a win in the previous one. So the Rockies have actually won 2 in a row, so that's pretty good. They get great run support in those 2 wins of his. Sorry, he won his last 2 in a row. Sugano did, and his run support was 13 runs and 8 runs. So that's really good run support there. They are at home where the ball's supposed to fly out of the field there. So we'll see if that happens. But the Rockies have lost 4 in a row, and they got swept by the Braves. But I think a good remedy for someone who's in a losing streak, bring the Mets to town, and Colorado will win that game. The last one, like I said, I had picked these 2 teams because I don't think I've done many games with those. So it's kind of good to throw in some new teams, just like San Diego and San Francisco, just to check out, how they're doing, what their pitchers are doing. Guardians are pitching BB, 4.08 ERA in 5 starts. He's got 5 innings and 1 run in his last game, which they lost, and he has 6 innings and gave up 2 runs in another loss. So they're obviously not giving this guy run support, or their bullpen is really letting them down. So uh, then they've lost all 5 of BB starts, and here's his run support in his 5 games pitched: 0, 0, 4, 1, and 2. Yeah, you pitch like that, you better be like a Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, just shutting people down, throwing shutouts the whole time. So I'm probably pretty sure that's not going to happen. But the Guardians overall have won the last 3 of their 4 games. The Royals are pitching Waka, 3.13 ERA in 5 games. His last game, 5 innings pitched, 4 runs given up in a loss. Then the previous 5 innings pitched, 6 runs in another loss. The Royals have lost 3 in a row. They also get low run support, but it's not like the zeros of his in his losses. Sorry, Waka's, they've lost his 3 starts in a row. His run support was 2 runs, 6 runs, and 2. So not too bad. At least they're hitting a few things, getting a few runs there. Now the Royals have won 3 in a row as they swept Seattle. Seattle's a tough team, and for the Royals to sweep them, I feel like that gives them a little momentum going up. Guardians also, but being the fact that it's going to be in Kansas City, and Walker's and BB's lost all those starts, I'm going to go the Royals in this one. So Here are your games here for Monday. May the 4th be with you. So really quick. So if you're looking for some of to parlay some of these games, um, let's look at the big one like Scooble pitching. Doesn't mean he's gonna win, but obviously, right, the Tigers. Cubs, another one, heavily favored. Braves. Oh, sorry, Seattle. I would not do that one. Let's see who else is heavily favored. San Diego, you might do that. Some that could be a three-game parlay there if you're looking for some dogs to play. Am I, unless I, let me, you know what, let me, I got to check this again because now I'm starting to think that I wrote this down incorrectly. But if, so like Colorado is a dog for tomorrow. I think that's a pretty good one to play. Um, St. Louis is a small dog tomorrow, so that could be a good one. Did I read that right? Atlanta, Hotlanta. Yeah, Hotlanta is a plus 141. Now, I mean, I'm guessing they know something that we don't know, but that's a good, to me, that's a good dog to play right there. Um, but if you're on Seattle's, on board with Seattle, then you're minus 171. That's a huge favorite there. You could put them in with a couple of teams there. So you got a lot of options tomorrow. As for runs, look at that Cincinnati and the Cubs. They're looking like because I guess because the Cincinnati guy's making his first start, they're thinking, and the Cubs do score a lot of runs. That's a good one there. Um, Atlanta, Atlanta will score. Seattle, not too much. Look at New York and Colorado. Like I said, the ball flies out of Colorado, so I'm guessing they're thinking, hey, this is gonna uh, that could be a blowout there. So, it could be a lot of runs scored. Kansas City and Cleveland also there. So you've got a lot of options there if you're looking to go over unders, if you're looking to parlay some, if you're just looking for a couple of underdogs that you think might win as well. So check those out for Monday. So hope everyone had a great weekend. Enjoy those picks. Um, if you're watching, please like the video, and if you get a chance, go ahead and subscribe and get notified whenever I put out a show because I'm doing them practically every night because I love watching these games and seeing how we do. So enjoy that. Enjoy your Monday, and if you end up betting, I mean, I hope you win a ton of money. Have a great one.